Hey guys, how are you doing tonight? Does that does that work? Is that better? That helps. Okay. So, I hate to say this, but these are the mics down here in the showcase. You know what I mean? And I don't know what's going on with that. Honestly, this is the second mic that I've got off of TikTok. That was still or static scenes without any active product introduction. Use dynamic content to promote your products and ridiculous. Can you Dougie? I don't remember what the Dougie is. I know it's a dance, but I don't remember. I don't remember the Dougie. Someone's gonna teach me how to teach me how to Dougie. Guess we're gonna go with the no thing here. So I am trying to get fired up here. So that's been on my line for 10 minutes. That's a good pin, right? It's got to be a good pin on them. So I'm gonna go ahead and pin another item that I actually have been using all week because they sent me a 12 pack here. And this is it. And if you like to get fired up like I do, I work out occasionally and I gotta get fired up, and I'm also hopelessly addicted to caffeine like most of the rest of people that work for a living. So I've been getting these babes. They sent me this free sample, and I tell you, it is fantastic. If you remember Tang back in the day, who doesn't remember Tang? And when you're a kid and you're watching Saturday morning cartoons, whatever your flavor was, Dragon Ball Z, Jackie Chan Adventures, whatever it might have been, well, you gotta remember the orangutan, right? So Tang is tangerine, okay? And they had the orangutan on there, and they were researching in a science lab why he was so smart, I do believe, and they were saying it's because of all the vitamin C, it's all the good stuff. So now this is the all black energy version of Tang, alright? 200 milligrams caffeine in there, no sugar, no crash, gets you going at the YMCA, go out there, do your thing, get your guns gunning, folks. You know what I mean? And that's what I need out here to get fired up and clean all this shit up. These really are pretty good, and I'm telling you, most energy drinks, they kind of taste not so great. These are good. I mean, good. And Tang used to leave that little, flavor in the back of your throat. Not this one. This one is on it. It is a good drink. They also have tangerine strawberry. You know what I mean? And it does just make me want to, once you start drinking one of these babies, you just start going all the way back to the 80s and 90s. You know what I'm saying? They sent me these too. I can't believe it. And I like this hat too. It says Mama Tried on there. Hey, look at that. That's what I like about it. It reminds me of one of my favorite Merle Haggard songs. So, is the highway there terrible? I don't know how to do much about that sound. I thought I was going to get a mic that would solve that problem for me, but apparently not. Is the audio better? I know that this gimbal, when this gimbal follows me, it makes a little noise. So if anybody could confirm that, that would be excellent. I'm out here trying to get this place cleaned up was my goal. As some of you know, if you follow my channel, I've got the ADHD, and I've been out here building sheds and fixed my golf cart and did some other things, and I tell you what, I'm plumb out of horizontal surfaces out here, and I need to do something about it, ASAP, because I gotta pull a trailer in here, because I gotta go get some hay later this week, and my bearing on my trailer is blah, 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 blah. And, working Wednesday is all about working on something, not, project, not a priority, you know what I mean? But I might break that this week. I kind of broke it last week, too, when I bought another dump truck. I was on my way to go to working Wednesday at the shop. Bought me a dump truck instead. But I was still getting fired up on all black energy. You know what I mean? Because it is pretty good stuff. I've been getting a little rain here lately, so kind of been nice. I'm thinking it's going to be about, I guess I probably can't say that word on here. That orange light that consumes your trash. I'll be ready for that. And it'll be looking pretty good around here. I've been cleaning up my grain silo. Last week I got access to another 2 acres and a grain silo. So I'm going to start up the Gibson's Goodwood firewood and business. I already do a little bit of firewood. But could you imagine splitting wood inside instead of outside? It would be quite incredible. What are you guys up to today? Haley, welcome in. How you doing tonight? Have you tried these energy drinks? I gave one to your dad. I'm sure he didn't share because they're that good. But they're Tang. You remember Tang from that early morning cartoons? Well, this is Energy Tang. 200 milligrams of energy. They sent me a 12-pack of these babies. But now I'm really wanting to get the orange strawberry. They got that in there too. Sugar-free, 200 milligrams of caffeine. You'll be getting fired up. I'm trying to get fired up and clean this place the fuck up. But, it's hard to do. When you got 11 people in your live stream, you know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be working Wednesdays, but I don't think getting on the phone is helping. But that's okay. It's all right. Whew. No working Wednesday at the shop today. I was going to try to get all these other things in my life. I got this workout thing that's like... But for some reason, it wouldn't let me put it in my live stream here. So I don't know what to do about that. But I do have some other things to show you. I just have to leave these items pinned up for 10 minutes and show them. That's all you got to do, right? I don't even have my pit vipers in there, but don't worry, they'll be in there. Once you get in the Creator Rewards program, you only get 5 videos to make a week of your items, and you only get 3 shoppable lives. So I've been trying to figure out, you have to almost plan which ones you're going to do, because some of them they want a live stream, some of them they want a video, some of them they want a video or a live stream. You only get 5 a week, and if you got to do your samples within 14 days after getting them. So you have to pick which ones you want to do for the videos, and then you got to pick which ones you're going to do in your live stream. And I just learned this about 6:08, and that's why I was late, because I need to start setting up my live, I think, about 5:40 if I want to be on there at 6, be able to get all my stuff done. I was down there working in my new area down there, most likely, getting poison ivy all over myself. And, yeah, didn't have time. Couldn't even find a shirt. I think I got these sleeve things in the mail. I'm still going to break them out on here, even though they're not in my items for my shoppable live. That's okay. Last week, by Wednesday, I ran out of shoppable lives, and I didn't know how. I knew you only got 3, but I didn't think that the other 2 that I did were shoppable, but apparently they are. Now working Wednesdays has turned into showing you all the free shit I got on TikTok this week. And, I don't hate that. Look at these. It is a pretty good feeling. I've never gotten so much free stuff in my life. If you know me personally, or you know what my yard looks like, you might know that I'm like the king of free. You know what I mean? If it's free, yeah, I'm probably going to take it. If it serves some kind of purpose or use to me, somebody I know, if it's something that's just worth money that I can just sell, yeah, I'm going to take it for free. Hey, you got a running lawnmower? Well, it's got a good deck. Got 4 good tires on it. How can you just not take that? And then your yard will wind up looking like mine. So, I'm going to start moving some stuff around here. This might be kind of boring. Watching a fella clean up his carport. I can tell you about everything that's got going on here, so nobody's gonna, just looking for somebody to distract me on here. What are you guys up to tonight? What are you guys doing for working Wednesdays? Do you have a project that you would like to work on, and you could do it on Wednesdays, and live stream it somehow? You know what I mean? Be able to live stream your working activities is kind of what I'm trying to do on working Wednesdays. I definitely could have went and taken a shower after I went and cut all those trees down there. I'm gonna be ate up, but not already. I've been told I'm ate up, but right now I'm ate up with like mosquitoes. Right meow. How you guys doing? This channel is hilarious. I don't know how they got to follow me, but their channel is totally cats hanging out. And I've been saying, right meow, forever. Like, probably since like the second time I saw Super Troopers. I just couldn't stop saying, right meow. So the fact that somebody named Right Meow follows me, and it's actually cats, just cracks me up a little bit. I'm eventually going to be working on moving in my tools into that shed. But I've only got 1,400 things going on out here. If anybody needs a passenger seat for a 2006 GMC Yukon, you guys can have it for $60. I need to start like a TikTok, post my marketplace listings, pin my marketplace listings. That would be pretty cool. Maybe I can share a link. Get on my tablet and show everything I'm looking at marketplace. That might be good content. These babies are definitely good. You notice how every time I take a sip of this, the more and more that I drink, the more and more I just can't help but keep moving around, This place is no doubt a mess. And I've been pretty busy. I've been cutting wood. Been doing quotes. Been cleaning up down there. Fixed my golf cart yesterday. Got this mower going. Dr. Power Wagon wouldn't start. I got this area over here cleaned up. Got my dump truck, my pump put back together. So I'm not even gonna try it until I take it where I want to dump it. If it doesn't dump, then I'm just gonna drive it back home. I got all those tires in there. And I'm looking to get them out of there, See how I had a horizontal surface and now I don't? That's what I was talking about, how dangerous a horizontal surface can in fact be when we got the ADHD, because, it's bad. I'm bad about it. And I think we all got the ADHD a little bit. I don't even know if it's that causes it, you know what I mean? But it sounds good. It sounds a lot better than, I just don't like to pick up after myself. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I do get involved in a lot of things. I do a lot of things. And that's really what I like about TikTok, is the fact that it helps me, reminds me of all the things that I've done, all the things that I'm currently doing. Now that I've been on TikTok for a year, it'll show me, a year to the date that you start. This is what you're doing a year ago, And I love that feature about it. How you guys doing tonight? Anybody out there working on anything for Wednesday? It's working Wednesdays, and I know I'm not working on Chuck, and I probably should be working on Chuck, but Chuck's the dump truck, because how much wood could a wood truck chuck if a wood truck could chuck wood? And I know you're picking up on that, but maybe next week I'll have Chuck done. I just got to do the shifter. I got to do the brake calipers. I got to put the drive shaft on, and then I can pull it up in the driveway and start doing my exhaust. Is my hope. I'm glad you guys joined me tonight. Sorry if it's not going to be very educational. I do have some more exciting items to show you. Got 2 more minutes on this item, and we're switching to something else. And I'm almost done with this. I don't know what kind of sleep schedule you guys work, but I've been staying up like all night. And maybe taking like an hour nap. And maybe taking an hour nap. And then going in, we had a 2-hour delay, so I definitely took a 2-hour nap. And then took my daughter to school. And I've been sleeping in the daytime and staying up half the night out here and working. So this is kind of like my coffee this morning. You know, this morning I just woke up and drove my golf cart down there and cut some trees and drank my Tang coffee. And turned out to be a pretty good day. I got some more videos to post. You know, about my daughter driving the Yamaha G1. You know, she's getting good at driving that thing, and it's really starting to be a help to me. You know what I mean? Because I can hook up the branches, she can drag them off. Hey, can you go get me that gas from up there? Hey, can you go bring me a drink? And if you tell your kids, hey, can you walk all the way up there to the house and get me a drink and walk all the way back, they're gonna be like, no. You know, but if they're like, hey, can you take the golf cart up there and go get me a drink? They're like, yeah, what do you want? Changes their mindset, you know what I mean? My daughter did say, she was like, I'll be back down here in about 30 minutes. I'm just gonna go get something to drink and hang out in the house for a minute. I'll bring you a drink. She didn't come back down there for like an hour and a half, and I just stayed working the whole time. Worked out pretty good. I am gonna try to. Crappie, how you doing, buddy? I got a crappie for you. There's this place I just got access to down the road. This dude had a crappie down there, and it was this big. I mean, a 3.5, 4-pounder. I think they said it was 4.2, and it was a big one. I'm excited to go down there fishing. They got crappie in there heavy. It's a campground, 10-acre lake at a campground. Gotta go help them. I hope they need help pulling those crappies out of there. That's what I'm into helping with. You know what I mean? It's my idea of help. Let me help catch all your crappies. Get them out of here for you. You don't have to deal with them anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah, things are up. Got a huge mess around here. Sure nobody would have guessed that. I almost had one horizontal surface here, but I lost access to it because I put too much stuff here. But maybe if I just filled this whole area with horizontal surfaces, I wouldn't have that problem anymore. Hey, look at this table. I made this table out of barn wood. Hey, over here, Bill. I made this table out of barn wood. Look at that. Can you believe somebody was going to throw this away? Someone was going to throw this away without the wood on it, clearly. But I added the wood, and I tell you what, I think this is for your magazine end table right there. It's a beauty right there. Look at that. Additional horizontal surface. Love it. So, I do need to clean up around here. Just gonna keep moving stuff around. I don't know. It's hard to clean and be on TikTok live. I bet I could with my headphones up though. And that would probably be better audio. These are pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see. Gonna do my tablet stand, I think. Shoppable. You guys are doing TikTok. Over here, Bill. If you guys are doing TikTok and you've recently got into it, as I have, you might need one of these. This is a tablet stand. Haven't used it yet. Let me find up here and pin it for you guys, so you can get one if you need it. I've got the tablet off of the TikTok Shoppy Shop, and I got this stand. Okay, this is a pretty good price on this tablet stand. Now I've got a tablet off the TikTok Shop, and now I've got the stand off of the TikTok Shop. So let's check this baby out. Let's do it together. Live unboxing here. It seems like a little magnetic thing there. You can see what kind of assembly is required. Some bolts in there. Yeah, bugs are getting bad out here tonight, I guess. Seems to be a part of it right there. This is a pretty good price on here, $22.95, 4.8 stars, 154,000 people have viewed it, and it's got to be a pretty good one. This is a pretty heavy base. This was one of my concerns about this, was I was like, it goes 3 foot tall, and I know how much a tablet weighs. Is it going to be a little wobbly at the top? But I don't think it's going to be. Seems to be pretty well constructed. I like how they put the instructions on the box. What a great idea. A brief intro. To adjust the height, hold the rod and gently pull it up. A screw, a hex key, a base, a tablet clamp, support bracket. Align the pole with the base, insert screw, the front kiss key, screw the nut on the pole, and then screw it into the clamp. Open the clamp tab inside, position in the clamp, ensure tablet button stays above the clamp, prevent pressing. Vertical tilt, horizontal tilt, 360-degree rotation for landscape and portrait mode. I'm about it. Let's check it out. So, I totally just, probably mansplained that, how many screws does it come with? How hard can it be? I'm just going to put it together. 2 screws. Copy that. This little guy looks like it goes in there. Lines up the 2 screw holes. I'm digging it. Oh, it's 2 little locking dowels in there. Goes in the bottom here. Locks in there. How are you guys doing tonight? Working on anything for working Wednesdays? I'm sorry about the probably terrible road traffic noise here. I can't control who goes down the state highway, and I tried to get this noise canceling mic, and maybe should have tried it out first because it clearly didn't work. People said the sound was awful. So back to the sound of the highway. Sorry if that bothers you. I've lived here long enough to where I'm really, really used to it. But if it's not, I think this little guy here is for the, I didn't see it in the instructions. Maybe I took it wrong. Just kidding. I'm on camera saying that now. Should have looked at the instructions. Well, I don't see where it comes into play. But it does look like a little, it's rubber. It's got a little sticky thing on it. And I'm thinking that it's so you can probably clip your cords down on this device. Loosen it up. Okay. Install it. Not bad. Pretty robust, I would say. Now I think this is the part that holds the tablet here. It's expandable. 17-inch tablet, expands 17 inches. Now I do get a little weirded out sometimes when, you think you've done everything right, but you got an extra screw and you got an extra, an extra this, you got an extra that. This is the adjustable range of this thing. Pretty decent. Now this isn't the most super stable cable, so keep that in mind when I put this on there. I'm going to go for the horizontal mode here like this. Put it right in there. Let's see if I can get on my own TikTok live here. Live on a live. I'll at least have one extra viewer. How can you go wrong with that? We'll get on here. I can show you how this thing works, and I would also like to see how it looks like a live stream of my own live stream. Right? On Chero Mobile, everything. There he is. There he is. Who's that fella? So, somebody's liking my live. Alright. This is a pretty nice tablet stand. If you want to get one. It is pretty nice. I would be picking it up in there. It was weird that I saw all that in there, and I didn't see the comment from you hanging in there. But I saw it when I got in here, so. Well, the country pimp, thanks for the likes. So. Guess the audio doesn't load out here. I'm not so sure my Wi-Fi's in a great spot. I've got a shed down here, and if I put it in the hole over there, I get like 10 bars. You know what I mean? And over here, I don't get that much. But check this baby out. First install here. Just gonna push it down. Locks right in there. Look at that, folks. Look at that, folks. Locks right in there. Super stable. This is pretty cool. Pretty reasonably priced too. Look at that. Very stable. The stand is more stable than the table. And I can dig that. That is pretty nice. That is, I'm glad to see that. I'm going to go ahead and get this baby hooked up. See if I can get my whole setup here going, folks. It'll take me a second.